I know, get a prospect walk in, so. Which that trumps this meeting, that's for sure. Business would be great. Well, I don't know if Devin or Nancy are gonna come on or not, but let's see what's in the chat. What's up, Jeremy?
Yeah, he was just sorry, prospects just walked in. Yep.
All right. Little thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thumbs up for them. All right. Well, let's get going on your stuff then. You want to discuss through it at all?
Yeah, I'm just I pulled up his declarations pages and making sure that all of his coverage is just going through my little cheat sheet with my reference book to make sure that I touch on all the points of the prospect. If anything's changed, coverage has changed, his business changed, anything's changed, that way I can update it and then go back and review and then seeing if he has any other coverages with country as well for his auto, home, and life insurance. So just starting to bring those into play a lot more than yeah, just going through and I believe, let me see, I had him on Navigator, but then I was like, oh, let me get onto one screen so I can focus in on one thing. Oops, and I put the screen over here. There we go. All right. Where is the navigator's closed down? I thought it was opened up. And it was weird. I had it open, but now it closed down. But yeah, just looking at reviewing all of his coverages and seeing what else he needs to do. And we were playing phone tag a couple times and we had to rearrange his schedule. And I was like, well, I can come over to you and or vice versa, whatever's easiest for you. And he had a client staff meeting. I was like, no problem, I'll work around that. So um, but that is, yeah, the navigator's not coming up. All right.
Is there a problem?
I don't know. I rebooted it, re-cleaned it out, and it's just as I pulled it up on to print up his I got his declarations, but now I don't know where the icon went. It's not on my desktop, it's not on my
What?
I mean, no, it's sorry, it's on my desktop, it's not on my bar at the bottom. Sorry. Let me rephrase that. Sorry. I was like, yeah, that is well, I will. Oh, there it goes. It was weird that shut it. It closed out, but
I'm not sharing with you, am I?
no.
Okay. I was like, why is it saying sharing with people? Yeah, so it's coming up on my end, so Navigator.
Okay. Oh gosh. Yeah, it kicked me out and I have to enter in all my lovely passcodes. And I did have a great meeting with Heather last week in regards to pick her brain on, Christine going in and just seeing, the time change that it
Right.
will be to hire her. I have a meeting with her this afternoon at 3:15, so I figured I wanted to get that sooner than later. And I'm just gonna figure out how to make it work, and if that means me cutting down my my pay for a couple months, I know I can go out and get other business. Just with the servicing side and just yeah, I mean and she already has the experience. And then Heather was saying like, oh yeah, the turnaround to hire a new person to get them throwing through to get a computer, you're looking at 3 to a month, 3 weeks to a month out before they even get aboard. So I'm like, okay, well, and she wants part-time, and I'm like, that would be perfect in these hours. And then I'll just make sure that my well, for the most part, I will still work around my client schedule, but anything during that time, it will take a good learning process for me to see like, okay, how do you do this? Let's put it down into bullet points and simple things that are going to be beneficial for me and for the next person. And then looking at another person to down the road to hire when she's doesn't want to be here on those other days. So if I'm like, okay, well, this
Yeah.
would be a lot better and beneficial if maybe having two part-timers and then offsetting that other days and doing other stuff on here where I can have she's like she sent me a great email because I asked her exactly what you said. Um let me pull up this screen. Sorry, I'm like a squirrel. Um yeah, and this was like, okay, I hope this helps as you're thinking about a support person. My typical day involves most servicing of existing policies, vehicle driver changes, taking payments, answering coverage questions, home changes, etc. We work with mortgage lenders and certificate of insurance for commercial clients. We also quote for all new prospects and leads that Lori and Mark bring in, emailing the quotes back to Lori and Mark, and then Lori or Mark will discuss the quotes with the prospects, adjust if requested. I quote commercial prospects too. If the business property is ineligible with country, we refer to a local broker. We do not use brokerage. Um, we do not do any lapse or late payment notification. Karen has been our sole point person for those notices. Any questions or reinstatement that customers have about specific billing, we refer them to billing service rep. We try very hard to stay out of the billing discussions. And that was exactly what you said too. And I was like, with all of those things that I can actually learn from somebody, the ins and out, where, yeah, it's going to be in here where, and it's open to change. Like we can add more, change things, make it work better. I'm open to making it more efficient for everybody to streamline it, not just like it's my way or it's set in the highway type deal. I want to grow and I was talking to her about like incentives or bonuses, like every month, if I'm doing like when I got to see how Andy run his Friday meetings, he pulls up the grid and he's like, yep, here's the grid and this is all everything that you see. So if the grid's doing good and we're doing good, then everybody's doing good, as opposed to trying to like, oh, keep track of, oh, you made this home and then you get this bonus and that. And I was like, no, if the company's doing good, you guys, we all do good. Like the business, and that's taking care of the servicing, taking care of a lot of that stuff. And yeah, getting out of my own way in regards to just trying to know it perfectly. And that's where that Ed Milet podcast was excellent because I was like, you know what? I didn't know how to fight when I got in the ring the first time. And the same thing, I just got to relate this in coaching and like, hey, I'm going to figure it out. I'm bringing integrity and honesty, not trying to shortchange people. And that alone is going to be worth its weight in gold because who I am and what I'm going to bring. And just like, yeah, I've been thinking of little prompts when I'm talking to people is like, yeah, I'm protecting everything that you've done in your life from your fitness to your health to your self-defense to the food. Now I'm just adding it into another form of protection with the insurance industry and just trying to blend in my things because I was trying to talk like an insurance agent, which I am, but I'm not like that lingo just yet. And just like with this guy and then yeah, and I think it was just getting out of my way and then just getting out where it's like, yeah, I need to get out of the office. I need to go out to people. I need to just walk and going to businesses and places like I've done before when I did the martial arts and just like, oh, this was easy. And I was like, yeah, we all need protection. Are you fully protected in all these areas? I mean, so just trying to figure out what other areas that I will be able to help them in. And I will, just like Ed My Light said, you're going to figure it out when you're doing it, going through it. And then I won't know until each problem arises or each question comes up. And I have a team of resources looking back at you, Monica, Nick, Shocker, Andy, Heather, like everybody that I've reached out to has been willing. I've just been kind of putting myself in my own way. Jeremy as well, but yeah, and this is and just like you said, getting organized within Planner to do one system. I got my quotes organized on the one file, but then my scheduling and all my documentation all up on Planner, which is going to be more efficient and organized. And I know what I'm going to be doing every hour on the hour, so to speak. Um,
I just love the process, the progress, Jimmy, on working through, the different things that come at you, right?
Right.
And having to, I mean, this is a great opportunity for you and Christine. And here's the thing is I want you to make sure that you feel like you can tell her, hey, I know that you did this for Lori. Here's some things I want to change. Here's what I want you to do for me. It doesn't have to look like what she does for Lori right now. All right. It can. Like you can say, hey, I want you to do exactly what you just described. And when you do that for me. All right. You can, but if there is anything that you want to change, I want you to feel the freedom to be able to do that because she works for you now,
Right.
right?
And then,
So
and that's what
it doesn't mean that you're going to have that same path. You may tweak things up, and I'm sure she would be like, well, of course, I'm working for you now. What do you need me to do for you?
Right.
So it may look very similar, but it also may be different. That's the baggage that I refer to of hiring somebody that works for another agent.
got it.
So
One is long as she's
no,
open
that you
and
have to. It's a work in progress,
right.
right?
Yeah, it's not set in stone. It's just like, okay, hey, these are going to be all adjustments, just like everybody's policies aren't. I mean, they're all adjusting to this. Like one guy keeps on wanting to take his auto and off of what did he say? 3 days on, 3 days off. I'm like, dude, like keep it. I'm like, what's her name's done? Meryl did before, that's good, but I'm like, I'm spending more time going back and forth, and I'm like, it's either going to be on.
If I had a client like that wanted to, hey, I'm gonna use my auto for 3 days, then I'm gonna put it back in storage. I'm gonna drive it for another week, I'm gonna put it back in storage. Give him to customer service. Tell him, look, I can't guarantee that I'm gonna be available when you need me to put it out of storage and be insured. So you call customer service.
Okay.
You let them handle that. All right.
Okay.
And this is the number you call when you want that to happen.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because you cannot, if he's doing that every 3 days or so because it's nice weather, he wants to drive his Corvette, I don't even know, like whatever it is. He can't call you to make sure that that's completed. He needs to call customer service.
Gotcha. Yeah, and yeah, this has been an ongoing, the second time within like not even a month's time. I'm like, what the heck? Like, I'm gonna keep it on for the 14th, and then I want it off on the 22nd. Okay, well, here's how we're gonna do this from here on out. I was all, this is great. Yeah, and I was just like you said, here's how we're gonna do this from here on out. Because going back and forth, I know it doesn't take a lot, but I still am learning how to do all that stuff on there in the policy change.
It if you're really busy, Jimmy, and you have service work that's kind of piled up, he may go to the bottom of the pile and he may not get to it for a day or so. Well, what if he's out driving his car, like, I need to put insurance on my car today. Then call customer service to make sure that they've processed that, because it may not get processed in time if it's on my desk, right?
Gotcha.
Because I have other people in front of you, and I go in order, and, so it's best, if he wants to make sure that he has access to that, it's best to have him call customer service to make sure that that's completed.
Okay. And that
Because they do
is,
it right then and there. And if you're in a meeting, you don't get the email, you can't
Right.
pull it back right away, like, that's the best. He'll have the best experience if he calls customer service.
okay. And that's the 866 268. Yep. Got it. I got that number written and I got rid of the country. I had to write it physically. So, oh, you can't see it.
Yeah.
The number, I'm like, I'm tired. I'm like, nope, here's the number to call and all this stuff. So, yeah, but getting back on my vision and on my reason and what I need to do, that was huge because I was roadblocking myself from doing this and just getting and making all these excuses and all that. And I had to have a reflection in a new direction. And that was, yeah, I appreciate all those little podcasts. Those mean more to me than you probably imagine because it's stuff that's, I know I'm capable of this. And now I'm like, yeah, I'm going to hire, if it's not Christine, well, I'm going to hire somebody else, but and I'm going to get on ideal traits and start that process and just figure out who's the right candidate to come along. Because as I grow this is, it's going to free up me to get out where I need to be in front of people and doing these quoting. I mean, I guess that's pretty much like what I got from Austin. Like he was like, yeah, 90% you need to spend time quoting, 10% service work. And I was like, he's all that way you'll still have. And I was like, all right, it's making things are starting to click in a little bit more, but now it's just like getting rid of this. Now I got to look at getting my payroll all set up on mine and having all my LLCs. Like I had to do all that other stuff to get that set up. And so it's going into one pay as opposed to, oh, you needed to do this. Well, now it's all done. And it was just, yeah, it is a lot more behind the works instead of just like this. And it was like, okay, well, now I'm here and having Monica help with all the farm policies, and I'll just gotta call IT to see how she can get access to, I guess, clients. Is that a each client, or is that just my entire book, or is that per client?
It's another platform, it's not Navigator. How do you get her access to our farm, that fraud, that platform,
Host. Okay.
Blue Zone, whatever?
Blue Zone, yep.
To give her access to your book of business to write under your number.
Okay. Yeah, because I think that's going to be a lot easier than me trying to meet with her and learn this. And like you said, last time I met with her, I was like, Monica, I don't want to learn this. Christine says it's not worth it. And would you be willing for me to just
Yeah,
hire you to write farms? She said, well, you can send it to Shocker. I was like, yeah, but I would pay you directly and I would rather get some business. Yeah.
we're not going down that road. But you pay her for her work to help you write the policy under your number,
Okay.
and you get all the benefit for that, like, you need that, you have to have it.
Right.
So, no. All right, so do you want to go through, before they hop back on, do you want to go through your client that you're meeting with at all?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me pull up, switch you back over here. Uh, where is, so I have, what is that? Not, yeah, that's weird. It keeps on going out. So he's a chiropractor and um his premiums his renewal's coming up on the 8th October 8th. And chiropractor limit liability. David and Sarah is off of Chandler Road. Replacement costs, like I've never done a commercial car before, so this will be something good. Um, Property deduction, $1,000 optional. Okay. All right, let me bring this down. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
I'm bringing this one over here. Okay. So I'll start from the top. David, it's a business owner's policy. Let me know if I'm going too fast.
So can you make it a little bit bigger? There we go. Okay, perfect.
Oh, man, that's better for me. Okay. So the coverage dates,
Office. All right, so, okay, so with the business owner, with a bot, all right, scroll down.
yep,
Is the region, is, so, number one, policy period from 10/8/2025, 10/8/2026. Why is the agent of record still Merrill?
I don't know.
So that's what you'll wanna find out.
Okay.
Signed,
Let me pull up my navigator. Yes. Oh, wait. Yes, right here.
why is she on there? Go into the folder. I wanna see the Pure Life Family Chiropractic folder. Which I think, can you just click on it down there?
Oh, this, oh. Gotcha. I see what you're. You want the documents?
No, so 9248895. I just wanna make sure that's the right policy. So go back to the Bob, let's make sure those are compared properly.
Okay.
Yeah, 9248895. So I don't know why Merrill's name is still on here. It shouldn't be.
Okay.
All right, so I don't know who to contact for that. I mean, you might call, if you're the PRM, like, there's no reason why this renewal should have her name whatsoever on here.
Right.
You've been on this since June. So that we just let them know, hey, I'm gonna get that fixed. All right, all of this will be fixed, but I don't know why her agent number is still associated with that.
Okay.
That's the first thing I see, right? You wanna make sure to have all your information on there. All right, so continue to go down. That's just one thing that if they question that, Jimmy, you have an answer for.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, the agent name and all that. That's still,
No.
yeah.
Associated whatsoever with it. And you might call commercial underwriting to find out,
Okay.
and they may say call IT, I don't know, but
Writing that down, commercial underwriting. Just a name change.
yeah, so just verify the location with them as you're going through this.
Patient.
All right, so we have under the building, we have replacement costs. I'm assuming that he owns the building, right? If you're covering the bill, is it, or maybe he's just renting?
Right. I'll find out.
This is personal property of 240,000. So just explain, hey, if your building burns to the ground, we're gonna give you $240,000 business personal property is, with the equipment and all of that, just verify, hey, are you good with that?
Okay.
Based on replacing everything that you would have in your office, is $240,000 enough?
Gotcha. And
$1,000 deductible on property, 500 on all other.
is that going too fast?
As damage to premises rented to you, so if there is, like, something happens, on a neighbor causes a flooding and it floods into his office, something like that. There's damage to the premises rented to you, or there's a fire. We have $350,000 to help with getting them housed somewhere else and all of that.
Okay.
Like you have to know the definition of all of these coverages, Jimmy.
Yeah.
If you go in, and I'm probably not the best at this piece on the commercial, like I'm telling you what I remember.
Right.
Hopefully, Devin and Nancy hop back on, because I think they can probably answer a little bit better than I can on some of this stuff.
Right.
But I mean, there's a lot of stuff, like, you're not gonna go through all of this.
Right.
But what you can't say is here, I mean, we have a ton of things here that applicable, non-applicable to you, that are all built into the policy itself. Right? And really you're trying to find out, hey, have there been any changes? Right? So if you wrote this policy, have you added on new equipment? Just some of those things where if you actually burn down their building, like what would be the exposure at that point? I just don't want you to get caught in a conversation where you're like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Especially if you're doing a review, you've never done a commercial review and this is your first one.
Yes.
You might want to, I don't know if you can get somebody else on there with you quickly, but
Gotcha. Actually, yeah. Let me see. I think he might have emailed me. And this is just a lot of the fun.
information in the policy itself that explains what each one of these coverages do.
Okay.
It's very involved. Cyber extortion coverage. I mean, hey Nancy.
He's here to save the day.
Yeah, we don't have to say it half. Yeah, we don't need to go through all that.
Okay. So
Nancy, Jimmy's doing his first review with a chiropractor on a bot.
Okay.
So is there, and of course, I'm trying the best I can to recall, like how to work through this. I'm like, another agent would be way better than me trying to help you through this, because I don't know all these different.
Oh, gosh, who could we ask? I know, I don't have that many I have like a landscape contractor that's on a bob, and I had to do that, and it was, there's a summary you can pull, which I think is a lot better than pulling the deck page.
from
And I feel like it's not in there. It's in like, the green button on the right side in the folder.
okay, hold on.
So, let me see. go back to, yeah, the folder. So go under actions, like you were gonna do a policy change on the actual policy itself.
Okay, this one right here.
Go under actions and look at in the drop down, there should be something, and I never knew this, that. What? I think Tara had showed me, not upload, customer, no, claims, policy documents, that's not it.
Is it the commercial account summary?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I went right past that after a lot. Go on that. I feel like this was what, Tara taught me and I printed this. And so I gave a copy to the client and then one for me because I just felt like it was
Oh.
sooner than the deck page and it helps. Cause like this guy I had, he had like 15 cars and 10 drivers and all this equipment and this helps summarize it.
Yeah,
I like that much better.
yeah, it's a one page.
Print it, it summarizes the main things, you know, to talk about.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, that's
Definitely get with commercial underwriting to find out why Merrill is still on there. It might be a back end switch. Cause I can remember on some unassigned accounts, in Colorado, I kept getting, being the person on the unassigned part, I kept getting, hey, you have a change on this commercial policy. I'm like, why is this still showing an unassigned number, which would be me, as being the contact for this to go to? It's been assigned to someone else.
right.
So I don't know why Merrill is anywhere on there. So yeah, reach out to underwriting, but
Okay.
yeah, I would do what Nancy suggested and print that off. But know how to of course you know how to explain liability, right? 2 million, 4 million. Hey, if somebody comes in and they accuse you of injuring them, you're found liable. Hey, you got 2 million, 4 million. Is that enough for you? Or they get injured, like injured on your premises, they slip and fall, something like that. So just if you're liable for anything, you have 2 million, 4 million total if it's more than one person, right? Your deductible's $1,000.
And then you know there's endorsements too, Christine, like I get confused on like the gold endorsement or the platinum.
Yeah.
Maybe go and click to know, see what you can find on what's offered for medical offices. That would be my advice. And then maybe even call underwriting because the one that I just did on a CPP, then maybe, see, and I could be wrong because maybe that CPP that only has that.
Gotcha.
It's a target market.
Okay.
So if I
Because
go
then
in
you
here,
look up that endorsement and know which one he has in case he's missing any coverages. So I'm just trying to think of the flip side. If I was a client and you didn't write this, Jimmy, so you want to make sure he's got everything that he needs, so
Right.
another agent wrote this. That would be my pre-work. What I would do is like for medical offices, since it's our target market, what do we want to have on there? And what does he have?
Okay.
Wise, because sometimes it's more broad versus I don't know, like I couldn't tell on mine if my client had glass covered on his vehicles, and so then it was kind of a debacle trying to like figure that out.
Gotcha.
Because he wanted it, so it's just good ahead of time to think what would he ask, what might he want to know, what could you go if not everything's on there. How much would it be to add? If you could put the platinum.
Okay. The platinum, gold, or silver.
Think of the Olympics. Yeah, but I don't know all this stuff on the block. I just haven't. I'm scared of these too because I'm like, oh, I just always reach out to underwriting and ask some questions. If you can't find it, click to know. They're pretty good.
Okay.
The commercial team's really nice, patient, and helpful.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Jimmy, I would go to the commercial sales growth toolbox. So if you go to agency news and go to agency resources, go up further to the right, and there's commercial sales growth toolbox, commercial. There's a ton of, hey, here's some different fact finders when you're doing a meeting with one of your clients. I'm getting right now onto the target market.
Oop.
The target market's on the commercial side. BOP including target market. And so it does have offices. Right, so then you can do some quick looks. So I'm gonna share my desktop with you real quick.
Okay, I can stop sharing mine.
Have you seen that, Jimmy, that color coded spreadsheet of all the target markets? I forget what.
Yeah, the business eligibility box.
So I went to Passport and I keyword search target market. And so I made BOP including target market right here. So if you went to insurance, commercial, product including target market. So it tells you, right, here's all of our target markets, contractors, you know, all of these, right? So, and it gives some different highlighted coverage explanations here. Quick looks. So if we, it's target market here. And I'm gonna go down to offices, professional offices, so a chiropractor is a professional office. And here's where you have the gold, platinum, insurance agent job aid for all states, professional office job aids for a medical office. This is where you would, and you can look at all the different endorsements. The quick look gives you all states, not Alaska, gives you a side by side.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah. That's a great tool.
And it's good to kind of, what time's your meeting, Jimmy?
11:15.
Okay,
Let's
so
see.
you have a little bit of time, to just kind of search through here. So there's that, so quick look, and then you have a copy of the endorsements, platinum or gold. So, and then go back and look and see on the policy itself, or is it written? Is it a gold series or platinum series? You know, and again, here's for you, if we look at a document the insurance agent can use to learn more about insuring professional offices.
Oh.
Is it opening up? When I'm clicking on it. Okay.
So you went to insurance, commercial, and then the BOP, including target market, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And then target market.
And then
And then
Oregon.
you'll get to this page here. I don't know why it's not opening up on my end. Oh, here it is. Okay, financial representative guide for professional offices. So it kind of helps you. Here's some different links that you can go into for the BOP. Here's a criteria it rates with, you know, different broker solutions if you need them. And here's some different coverages and what they're designed for.
So just gold and platinum are only endorsements, right? So
Yeah.
see if that summary tells you. That's what I struggled with. It's like once it's written, I had a hard time finding which one it has, like which one is on there. You know, like when you summarize it, where is it? I couldn't find it like on the next page. So that's something else that I just might not know where to look, but I had to call underwriting to ask them if they could tell me.
So there's a ton of resources, Jimmy, to make sure that.
Yep. Finally got to where you were at. Holy moly. I was like, okay, going through there, but thank you for that.
I advise to make sure that when you're doing a review with the, especially a first time review with the chiropractor's taking his time to come in and meet with you, right? Is he in person or virtual?
Oh, over the phone. Yeah.
Okay. Then that it's gotta make sure you're prepared because it's very involved,
Right.
right? So. And it's not your typical home or auto, like we could do that in our sleep.
I'm getting there.
You get these different commercial ones and there's nuances to it. If you didn't write it, you're not sure how it was written. And so it's helpful to meet with maybe somebody, another agent who can say, hey, I insure chiropractors and here is how this is written. Here's what you want to look at. Here's what you want to point out. And then you have all the resources in the sales growth toolbox and also this target market landing page on Passport.
Gotcha. Thank you very much.
So Nancy, how was the peak meeting?
Good. It was just 30 minutes about just all the things, to make sure we're all squared away and like which hotel and about dress code and they don't want anyone wearing flip flops and sports attire. So there's always one in the bunch. It's always fun.
Yes.
So you have to explain that too. So there's just kind of all the recap of what we've already. I'm fine. I already know the deal, but there were so many questions. It was actually kind of funny. So
Yeah.
like, what about this? What about that? Like, oh, I got on late. It's like, oh my gosh, just read the thing.
I got on late, so everyone explain to me what I missed. I got on late.
I know, it's pretty humorous. And then the chat, I just finally shut off the chat. So I'm like, figure it out. How did these people get through life? It's so bad. Anyways, I kind of felt like it was a waste of time, but. I know what I'm doing. I got my flight. I decided I'm gonna rent a car. I was gonna Uber, but I don't want to Uber that. That's just too far. With some random, I'm not comfortable with that. And that's what the election wants to do. So I just sent her a message and I'm like, hey, change of plans. I thought about it and I decided to rent a car on Sunday and I'm happy to take the both of you if you like. I just decided I don't want to Uber that far. Plus with 3 of us and all our stuff, like, ew, I don't know. I just don't want to. Like there was something I was feeling funny about and that was, I think, the thing. And she was like, well, then you're paying for parking and wasting it. And I was like, we don't even have anything to do till 6 o'clock on Monday. I'm not going to be
For parking. Parking where?
I don't know what she's even saying, but it sounds like she wants to Uber. So if they don't want a free ride, I said, I'm happy to pay for the whole thing and they're going to reimburse. So maybe she just, I don't know, an Uber ride, can you imagine for 2.5, like, do you know how much that's going to cost?
It'd be cheaper for you to rent a car and
Yeah.
be able to be mobile and, hey, I'm gonna run to Starbucks, you guys want anything, things like that. And there is no paying for parking. I'm sure wherever you're staying, the hotel.
Yeah, I don't know what she's saying. Like Bloomington isn't as big as Chicago. I could see Chicago, sure, but I was like, we have Tuesday night, and the agent told me it's her birthday. So I was like, well, see if you want to. Like, there's no dinner or anything for us after 4:30 in the day. Like, I'm kind of weird. I don't want to just be stuck. I don't enjoy being like at a hotel, just sitting in the room for. I'm not going to do that. So. Anyways, I'm getting a car. So I'm gonna put that make a reservation today. Get a car.
So it is. So you're staying in downtown Bloomington. You're staying at the Hyatt, you said?
Yeah, it's at Hyatt Place in Normal. So is there like a suburb called Normal?
It's like /normal. It's weird the way they do it, but so you're in downtown. So you're right by Illinois State University downtown. Which is really cool. So it's a really cute downtown. There's lots of different, places down there. And yes, they can validate, there will be like parking because it's underground parking, right? So I think the hotel gives you a discount on that. So it's not that much to pay for parking.
Not worried about it. And they said we could walk and they have a shuttle for at least like Tuesday and Wednesday morning to take us there and back. So I mean, I only have it but then also for Thursday to get, like, I'm flying out later than them. So I'd have to, like, I want to go at the time.
That's good. You're good. Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah.
For you. So. Very cool. So when do you leave? When do
This Sunday,
Okay.
5 a.m. flight from Medford. I need to be there at like 3:30 in the morning.
All of us like that live in the boonies, and I'm talking Redmond and Bedford, right? It's always 5 a.m.
Right, I know on a Sunday, yeah, but otherwise, I mean, I could have gotten there later, but then I didn't want to get there in the evening and be driving and not knowing where I was going. That was my only choice was 5 a.m. So,
Where's your layover?
Denver,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So it's a pretty quick, I picked like the quickest flight. Devin
Good.
said, I don't know where Devin is. I didn't see him on the call, but he said he was flying Saturday because he wants to hang out in Chicago.
Oh, good for
I
him.
don't know, but then he wasn't there today, so I don't know. Unless it didn't have everybody's name, but I didn't see his reply, so I don't know. But it'll be fun. It'll be an adventure. I mean, it is a far way to go for just like, feels like 2 days of actual meetings, but it'll be fun. Every agent I've ever talked to has said how cool it is, so I'm
Yeah.
excited. So, yeah, I gotta get organized this week because I'm gonna not have anyone at my office. I'm a little nervous about being gone that many days, but I'll have my laptop and I already made a sign for the door and all that. So I think I'm getting organized.
Very good.
I guess Wednesdays we're supposed to wear our country gear, and I regret that I don't have more country gear. And someone said, "Oh, is the shop open?" But they said they're doing a remodel, and it's not. So the country store is not open at this time or something. I was like, shoot, because everyone at the home office on Wednesday wears country gear. So instead of being business casual, we get to wear something country,
So,
like brand or logo. something.
yeah, because you leave, so I'm not, if I was at my office, then I can send you a couple things that might.
Cause I was like,
Yeah, but I'm not at my office, so.
it's okay. That's okay. I have one thing, thank goodness. I have two, but one shirt I ordered I did not like, but for the car show, I have like I just feel like it's so casual, like a zip up.
Oh,
golf
that's
thing,
perfect.
I don't
No,
know.
that's what
I wear
everyone-
it.
No, because you look at the country store and you're like, it's a polo for the dudes, right? So the guys get a
Yeah.
polo. And even, I have a ton of golf polos for that same country on there, and I have the zip up, there's nothing super fancy at the
I
country
know.
store, so.
That's true. Cora had a cute black blouse that had long sleeves that has the country logo. I've seen her
that's
wear
cute.
that, and I was like, I should
Yeah.
order that. It's a little more dressy. Cause they said we can't wear jeans, so I'm like, what do you wear with a, well, it seems funny to wear, I'll just wear black.
Yeah,
My
just
pants.
black.
When in
Yeah.
doubt, wear black. So. It was, yeah.
Well,
it was
very
pretty
cool.
interesting. I have never even been to Chicago, so.
Don't be intimidated, I mean, especially coming from, are you flying into Midway or are you flying into, what's the other one there?
O'Hare, yeah, the big one, unfortunately, that was there was only one
Okay.
option.
No, that's
so, from
fine.
Bedford. Yeah.
You just follow the signs to the rental car place, and then get your car and put the map on your phone,
Yeah,
and you're good. So just
I
follow it through and you'll be fine.
well, and Sunday, the traffic shouldn't be too bad.
No,
Like,
no,
the
it
day,
shouldn't.
so. we'll be fine.
so,
And maybe
believe
she'll
me.
come with me. I mean, I would think it'd save the company money if all three of us, I mean, if we share an Uber, that's fine, but if we also share a rental car divided by 3, like, I'll pay for it and then get reimbursed, I think they should just come with me. If we all land around 1:30, so.
yeah, and if they do come with you and they don't offer to pay for it, I would put on there that you did transport them there, so they know that
Yeah,
it wasn't just you, that it was more than one person that's on there, so.
yeah, yeah.
Is that for a
So-
week long, Nancy?
Well, it's just really Monday night, Tuesday all day, Wednesday all day, but then Thursday is my travel day back, and that's gonna take all day, so 4 business days, but I have to go Sunday, because otherwise Monday I couldn't get a flight that would make it. There was just nothing to Bloomington, so I guess it's like a 2.5-hour drive from Chicago to Bloomington, where we're going.
Oh, wow.
So most of us are going some of us are going Sunday, who have the furthest, the Alaska then me and Devin, I guess, booked it for Saturday. They picked 20 people to do like a public speaking, like 20 people could sign up if Devin wanted to do it. So that's Monday all day, but I didn't want to do it. So I'm gonna find something to do on Monday. It's fun. So
Well, did you read the
That's
super
really
fine
good.
print? The super fine print, you already signed it, you're already speaking, you're like 3 hours of the speaker version up top.
what's to do in Bloomington, Christine? You've been there. Is it anything fun?
What to do in Bloomington?
Is there any shopping or is it like
There's
No.
cute, like, yes, go downtown Bloomington, like downtown Normal where kind of where you're staying, right? And just walk around. There is, oh gosh, the best pizza place ever. I'll have to think of the name of it. It's famous there.
okay?
There's cute little wine bars. There's so many cute shops downtown. And then there's the newer part where the country offices are. That's more like there's Starbucks and there's Target and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But
Okay.
there's definitely two different sides to Bloomington/Normal. The older I would just drive around and kind of get familiar with
Yeah.
the area. I don't know if there's anything in particular. I was there for we called Cal School for 2 weeks, right, when I first started.
Oh,
And,
wow.
and so we would be there, and then that weekend that we were off, but we had to stay there, and then we picked up the next week, there was like me and 2 other guys that came from my agency. We, on Saturday, it was Sunday. Saturday, we just kind of hung out, and then Sunday, we went up to Chicago and drove
Yeah.
back. So we just spent,
Cool.
so there isn't, like, I wouldn't say there's a ton of, like, stuff to do in Bloomington, but I think walking around the shops, it's such a different feel in the Midwest. And so, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool. They said we could walk to like the restaurants. That's why they're saying you don't need a car because we're where the highest place is. You could walk,
Yeah. But you don't want to be stuck on, all day Monday without,
getting to the airport Thursday. If I was flying out of Bloomington, I totally would have roughed it and been like, oh, I'm fine, I'll take an Uber. But not a 2.5 hour Uber, no big deal. That's crazy.
I'm trying to think of who I could connect you with, Nancy, at the home office that I would love for you to just have lunch with, right, on Monday. Let me think about that. Let me think of who I could connect you with that I think would be so beneficial for you,
Okay, thank you, yeah.
And if I can arrange that, let me see if I can do that for you.
Okay.
I'm not, no
Yeah.
promises. They
That's
might be
okay.
like, oh, Mondays, I've already booked Monday,
Right.
but there's one person
Yeah.
in particular that I would be like, oh my gosh, if you could connect with her, that would be amazing. So.
Okay, yeah, all right. Exciting.
Jimmy,
stuff.
any other questions you have?
No, I think I'm just gonna review his policies and just go back and just ask him, make sure that, hey, are these all covered right? So, and if not, make those little adjustments.
Like, I know what you were saying, but don't say that or he's covered right to the client, right?
Right,
It's like,
right.
no, that's your job to tell me that.
Right.
Not-
Well, just making sure that,
But you're-
if anything's changed it, that I needed to update or I need to add more, so forth. I was saying that to you, but yeah, not to them.
Yeah, like what's changed with your practice? Maybe he has a business partner, he needs some life insurance on his business partner, or who knows, he could, something could have changed.
Right.
People forget to tell us, that's the number one thing, that, Christine, they forget, like, life changes. I just had a client who, he fell off the roof and he broke his pelvis.
Ooh.
And so he called me about, I haven't met them yet, he's a new client to me or newly assigned, and he wanted to take the coverage off his motorcycles. He said he wouldn't be riding for a while. And I was like, well, if it's financed, you can't do that. That's not gonna really work. Let's see where we can maybe find some discounts and what we can do. Well, then I ended up transitioning the whole conversation to live. So I was like, what is your plan? You've been a contractor, your wife works, but I mean, what if that situation that happened went a little different? He was like, you're absolutely right. But then it was tough to get over that hurdle of like, right now he's not working, so he doesn't have any income. Like, he's struggling with paying the things that they have. So anyways, I'm gonna follow up with them today. They wanted to talk over the weekend and I could tell she was all for it, like, let's do this. And he was kind of like, you know, I don't know what my future holds, because I can tell like this changed everything for him. But it was it was great to have that conversation. Like, one Tuesday could look entirely different when you fall off the roof and end up at the ER and have a broken pelvis. I don't even know how to fix a broken pelvis, but
Well, that's the issue, Nancy, right, is you never know, like, he landed on his head and died. You know,
yeah, he knows it. You could tell, like, he was pretty sensitive about it, but like, then I also understood right now, you know, everything's tight.
Yeah.
So like, it's hard to sell it on like, yes, we see the value and we have a need, but we're having a hard time paying our payment on our auto right now. So I was like, oh, so I feel like I'm putting him on my prospect, both of them.
yeah,
That I'll just keep following up. But I said, well, what is the recovery time? And he said about another month. So I mean, that's good. We know he's hopefully gonna be able to do that. He kind of joked about maybe having to start a new career or do something different.
well, that very well may be the case, right? So just continue, just what you said. He's on my prospect list, and hey, here's what I can guarantee is that I will follow up with you guys. You
Yeah,
know, it may not be the time to get this ball rolling yet, but the better you feel, the more recovered that you become, and
yeah,
you know, you get back into work, then let's pick this back up again, because it's a fact.
yeah. Oh yeah, that was my only life for last week, but it's definitely on my mind and I want to get some more appointments set. So hopefully.
Yeah.
I'd like to, it seems like they come in waves. I don't know why that is, but it's just like, oh, you get 3 and then you get 0. And then it's like, oh, you get another wave of 4. Like, I don't know how to do that. It's very hard to be consistent. Like each month when you're like, I'm trying to get 2. Why is it so hard to get 2 this month? And now I'm losing a week. So I'm like, oh man, I didn't get anything in the hopper. So.
Well, those are the times I was found, and I'll leave you with this, because I know it's past our time, but, I always found it helpful to schedule in some touch bases on those prospects that are on my hot prospect list while I'm gone, where I know, hey, I'm gonna do at least one thing for life insurance today, and that's to reach out and try and get something scheduled when I'm back in my office. You know, so it was more of a appointment, even when I was gone, like taking some time on a break and making one phone call, you know, just to, you know, keep the irons in the fire, and you never know what that leads to. And it's kind of more exciting where you're like, oh my gosh, even though I was gone, I set 2 appointments for next week when I'm back, you know?
Right. Yeah, that's smart. Even on, or Friday, I was gonna try to see, you know, Fridays sometimes are harder to get people to come in, but yeah, just trying to get some stuff on the calendar. The service center was doing calls. I got the email that they were doing, you know, the cars, trying to book them. But like, I looked through my whole month that there's not one. So I was like, whoever I got for my caller insurance didn't give me one the whole month. So it's kind of made me think about B-Files, but that Heather was saying just about kind of depends. You're only as good as, you know, and who, I don't know what order they go in or how they call, but there's not anything on my calendar.
Interesting. Yeah. That is very interesting. I might reach out to, I don't know who's in charge of if it's marketing that's in charge of that. I would assume so. Reach out to Haley Stevenfield.
Oh, Haley.
And find out, hey.
My clients sometimes are not real responsive with me, so maybe they just didn't call back, but oh well. But anyways, all those things. I'm gonna try to fit some in if I'm not so busy today, just make my own
Do it.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And
All right.
see you later.